Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Childish thoughts.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Childish Thoughts, episode 16. Brought to you today by North Spokane Apothecary. Go to them for all your medicinal and or recreational needs. And don't forget the promo code, Spread Eagle, one word, and you'll get 20% off. And that's anywhere in the USA. So it doesn't matter where you're watching, as long as you're in the USA. Outside the USA, sorry. Puerto Rico, I'm checking on it. I'll get back to you.
And I love it, man. They do all CBD stuff, so it's super nice.
All CBD stuff?
All CBD
Or they sell stuff that's all CBD?
Like
do they, have I been wrong? Do they not have recreational?
I was wrong when I told you that.
So it's all medicinal. Perfect.
Yeah, all medicinal, and like that Delta 8 right there, I take after I go skate. Feel like a new man. Like straight
Perfect.
up. It has 0.03% of THC or something. Like just enough
Just
so you can
very,
ship
very
it.
minor.
But they have like some cool shit that you like, something called inspiration, and you can take it if you just want to like go to bed and think a bit. But yeah.
Really?
It's super cool. I was talking to the sponsor, and I'm glad that we're in business. Spread Eagle, man, 20%. Get all of this stuff. If you don't want to pop on a drug test, this is what you go, or where you go.
All natural, pure stuff.
So, how you been though, Stacy?
I've been good. I've been
Okay.
checking out the new stuff on the table here. We got the
Baby.
Delta 8.
Yep.
And then we've got the new mug with Baby Yoda. Because you needed something bigger to hold all your stems.
Don't tell people that.
That's what it's for.
Shh.
James collects his stems. You know what I'm jealous
About what?
about? You can afford weed that has stems in it.
Oh, do you just go shake?
Just that's all I can do. Shake.
You know that there's stems in it. They just ground it up.
No, I buy the best shake, but I can't.
Oh, okay.
I can't get myself.
You're jealous of my buds.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. What do you think about the
Oh yes, and
background exterior that I hooked us
I
up
think
with?
it's amazing. I didn't know it was two pieces when I first saw it.
Yeah,
That's some designer shit.
dude, went to Hobby Lobby, 50% off every wall decor. I went crazy.
And you've got the Constitution right here. How is that relevant to the show? I mean, obviously it's amazing. It's a beautiful document, but
the First Amendment.
gotcha.
Because we say a lot of stupid shit that I think we'd get in trouble for in other countries.
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I've said some.
You've said some.
Okay,
I've been keeping it pretty mild. I mean, if you
you have kids.
you hang out with me in person, you'd know that what the level I'm on right now is about a 3. But it's still pretty racy.
Yeah, but doing that. So I wanted to kick this all off with the whole did you hear what happened with Joe Rogan? Since we're doing a podcast and everything, talking about racy things.
Racy things, yes. We are now a podcast that talks about other podcasts. But this is not just talking about a podcast.
This is
talking about relevant news and how I feel, since you asked, that it's just like everything else. Somebody gets a big payday,
Mm-hmm.
or the thing with the debates, and how everybody wanted Rogan on the debates, and then he just ramps up his notoriety, and more people are figuring out who he is or finding out about him, and some of those people are, really offended by some of the things he says, and it's, you add that with the notoriety and trying to bring the defamation, trying to certain parties would want to discredit him in certain ways if he was picked for a debate, I think. What do you think?
Well, my whole thing is like it's very obvious to me that this is the first time some of these people have heard of Joe Rogan.
Oh, totally.
Like thinking you can go and cancel Joe Rogan, like you
Right.
don't understand like
No, it's all
who
in
his
circles,
fans
and
are.
we're in a position where we obviously know who Joe Rogan is.
Yeah.
And we have for a while. And a lot of people have seen him, like, on his Fear Factor thing and in the UFC fights, but they've never really watched his stand-up or even know he has a podcast, or they don't listen to podcasts.
Right.
And so, yeah,
Like,
when you
you
get
can't
into
go. He's
when
like,
you get into real shit with anybody, they're going to say something that's going to offend somebody. That's just how it is. I don't know why, but that's how it is.
I love how they're just like, did you know Joe Rogan's transphobic? And
Ugh.
and I'm just like, you know what it's over, right?
I don't.
It's over the Caitlyn Jenner joke at the end of his Triggered special.
Oh.
Do you know which one I'm talking about? Where he's like on the stool and they're like the Kardashians are
Okay, yeah.
demons and like yeah, they're calling him transphobic and like I think like three different times in that joke he clearly specifies he's not.
Right.
And
that
like,
just yeah.
it's just living with crazy bitches.
Yeah, basically. And that just goes back to we're a culture of clips. And so you can take any clip out of any bigger picture and vilify somebody over it. And it's the worst with comedians because they always bring it around at the end. Like the first part of the joke is always something that's going to make you uncomfortable or
Right?
like those types of jokes. But then you bring it around at the end, and that's how jokes are written. So you can't just broadcast the first half of a joke. They did this with Sarah Silverman a lot too, but you can't just broadcast the first half of the joke because that's not the person's actual feelings. Yes, it makes a great sound clip, but it's not what the dude's saying.
Yeah, well, you need the whole thing. That's all. Like, even if it's like the easy parts at the end and the controversial parts at the end, or easy parts at the beginning, and the controversial parts at the end.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, yeah, maybe you
didn't
could
even get
judge
the
them.
context.
Maybe you could judge them even for the ending when you know that that's like the point they're trying to get across. But still not, because you can say shit that you don't mean or believe in just to get a laugh.
Shock comedy.
It could
Yeah.
maybe shock comedy, or maybe it's
Well,
just
that's how
something
most
mundane.
That's how most people
Something
like,
mundane that you write, and it just makes sense to take a position of, either here or there. So, but at the end of the day, what we say as comedians isn't 100% how we feel.
I think a lot of people out there think that Joe Rogan fans are like Louis C.K. fans. Like, you could cancel Louis C.K. for jerking off in front of a woman.
Right.
But if you heard Joe Rogan jerked off in front of a woman, I don't know, I'm still listening to his podcast. Like,
Well,
you politely asked.
well, of course.
But, like, it's funny to me. It's just like, you don't even get it. You just don't get the fan base. I don't even understand why you think you could cancel this human fucking being.
So I just feel like I have that ability to compartmentalize and separate the art from the artist. And I think that's just really important because you can't just...
Well,
I'm not going to stop enjoying something I enjoyed. I'm not going to stop
still listen to
enjoying the
Thriller,
content.
right?
Exactly.
like, I
It's
listen
like,
to
yeah, I'm
Thriller.
not happy with
Thriller
what he
comes on,
did,
I
and
do
it
this
sucks.
move.
And it sucks when anybody is put in a position that they don't want to be in for any reason.
Dude,
Totally get that.
but
But the content and the
yeah.
fact that he's a fucking genius is where the perplexity comes in. It's like, yeah, I don't support what he did, but I still support what he does.
Yeah, no, I would never.
Like, as a person, I don't give a fuck.
What kind of balls do you have to ask a girl straight to her face, like, "Hey, want to watch me jerk off?"
Right.
Like, that's not right. That's not like.
I mean, and he doesn't seem. And I mean, everybody's different.
Well,
I've
we
never
can-
met the guy. I've never had a conversation with him.
We could take
But-
the Joe Rogan thing about this. So if a female comic went up to a male comic,
But it's not the same.
why not?
It's apples and oranges.
No, it's not.
Even as progressive as we are, women still have
So
a pass in
all right,
that aspect.
all right, let me put it this way.
where most people would not believe that the man is actually thinking he's being victimized.
Real quick, let me put it this way. All right, so Sarah Silverman was one of the women that admitted to having like seen Louis jerk it,
Right.
and like she on the record goes, he always asked, and sometimes I said yes, sometimes I said no. All right, now if Sarah Silverman went to Louis in the same exact scenario, would we even give a fuck?
Nope.
Why?
Because
Why
we're
is that
sexist.
different?
It just is.
Sexist? Yeah, that's why. I'm pretty sure Rogan's getting flack on that one too. His Batman joke about Harvino Weinstein.
Oh,
That's such a good one.
right.
Like,
Stop attacking comedians for what they're fucking doing. They're just trying to make you laugh.
right?
All right.
Like,
I mean, I
He-
get,
he-
okay,
he has
the
a
only
wife and
reason I
two
justify
girls.
any of this conversation is that, yes, he is broadening out and it is getting political with people. And I don't know if he started it.
no, it was
just a random-
It was Tim Kennedy, Army Ranger, and retired UFC fighter.
Okay, so he just suggested it and then
Like
it gained
he
traction.
in like on the show, Tim Kennedy was just like, "Yo, wouldn't it be cool if you could have like Biden and Trump, and be like and have a debate between them in here?" And
Right.
Rogan, being Rogan, goes, "Yeah, that'd be awesome."
Well, it would be awesome.
And then they started speculating on the rules, and it was like, both of them, nobody else, 4 hours with me.
They would never do that.
But Trump said yes. And that's what,
Well, yeah.
no,
Trump.
like, that's what got it there was the fact that Trump said yes. And
He'd go, but he would not answer all of Joe Rogan's questions.
I don't know.
He would not answer every single one.
Let me put it this way. He would try to skirt, but the best interviewer in the world on not skirting on like topics, like, you know what I mean by skirting?
Right.
Like not glossing, you can't go glossing over that. He would keep them accountable, and I don't know what would happen. I don't know what would happen, but I know I wanted to see it.
It's politics.
No, I don't care. No,
They
no.
don't allow any of that impromptu shit. Everything they do is planned
would you
out.
want to see it?
Of course I'd want to see it. I'd love to see any kind of honesty or something from a politician for real questions. Absolutely.
Didn't Trump go on Rogan?
I think that should just be the fucking norm.
Like, I think every politician should have to be interviewed by Joe Rogan.
I mean, within reason. I mean,
No,
you don't
no,
have to
no.
know everything about your fucking personal life.
No, just go on Joe.
Anything.
Just go on Joe. He'll
on,
take care of it.
Just on your job performance and ideas and proposals, and that should just be it. That should be 100% transparent always. This shouldn't even be an issue, really. No matter who's asking you the question, just have a fucking answer for it.
Right? And not just call him fat.
Right. Or deflect, or, change the subject and all this other bullshit
Dude,
that they
that
do.
was one of my favorite gaffes ever when Biden goes, fat.
Biden's got some fucking issues. I've got some issues. I fucking spew vomit out of my fucking mouth all the time. Word vomit.
It's
just
once a
like,
week. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Mondays.
well documented.
It's called Mondays for us.
That's true, but it's a Tuesday.
You didn't have to tell them. It's still getting released on Wednesday.
Yeah, whatever. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Stacy.
Sorry to break the fourth wall.
Stacy's van sucks.
Yeah, I had some
No,
van
but
issues
in
yesterday.
2020, I think that's how I would rather see my candidates on the biggest podcast in the world.
I will agree with you.
That has the most. He has the most intelligent people. Doesn't even try to like think he knows what's going on, and just listening and having like that common man. Like
and everybody should support that. I don't get why
That's
whether
so
you're
hard to support.
whether you're left or right, you should support that. You should want to hear what he has, what your candidate wants to say in honesty and directly, and you should hear what the opponent has to say the same way.
And instead of like, oh, you have 60 seconds to answer this one question that's super complex and there's layers in it. But
Right.
60 seconds. Go. Like, what the fuck is that? Let me try and like get around it. You're
It's
not
just
going to
all-
interrupt when I just like, that's a really important a question there. But what's really sad is orphans.
Right.
Like, you didn't answer the question.
There should at
And
least be a
Rogan
rule
wouldn't
in a
let-
debate that you have to answer the question.
Rogan would never let somebody do that.
I know.
And that's why I want to see it.
And that's why they wouldn't do it. Because if they wanted to answer the question, they would just
Well,
answer
no.
it in the normal debates.
Well, one
They
of
wouldn't
them wanted
skirt
to.
around it.
One of them skirted around it. One did. Somebody tweeted out, yes, let's do it.
Okay, is there any proof that it actually was a request from a certain party to a certain party? Like, Joe Rogan legitimately requested Joe Biden, and Joe Biden legitimately said no. And there's, like, proof of this.
Let me put it this way. I don't believe that there's that like request, but Joe Rogan's such a big podcast.
So you think Biden's just
No,
waiting
let me
for...
finish. I got to finish this.
Okay.
So it's such a big podcast. It got a hashtag, Joe Must Show.
You can make anything a hashtag.
No, okay. Let me, that happened. And
Right.
then they officially said no, the Biden campaign.
Okay.
And then that's when all the attacks started happening on why Joe Biden shouldn't have to go on this misogynistic
Did Trump say yes before or after Biden said no?
before.
Well, that's good for him. Has Trump ever been on Joe's podcast before?
We literally brought that up. I think he's been on, yeah. Like once. Like during the election.
We literally brought that up. When did we literally bring that up?
Well, I'm not going to go shut the camera off and show you, but
Okay.
like 5 minutes ago? 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
I said it. And I think you just like glossed over it and didn't even like.
I might have. I zone in and out sometimes.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure Donald Trump's been on Joe Rogan.
Okay, yeah, that does
Do you remember me saying that?
vaguely.
Okay. But with the debates, I don't know. I'm kind of deciding if I even want to watch tonight. Like I'm going
Oh, I'm
to.
definitely not. I mean, I should, because in a weird way, it's like my job to like know shit about stuff so that I can make jokes about it. But it's also my job to choose to not fucking write political jokes.
Your job is to make people laugh.
I don't have to do it with political jokes.
Nope.
Fuck these
You don't.
motherfuckers.
But I'm gonna
There's
make
nothing funny about what's going on right now.
But you
Change my mind, James.
nothing funny,
Not in politics.
dude. You have some dude that needs a haircut that is literally the color of orange, running our country, and the other man can barely stand up for 30 minutes trying to run the country. That's
Yeah,
funny.
It's sad.
Why are you so depressed?
Because I'm
What
depressed.
the fuck, man? You're so sad. This is childish thoughts.
No,
It's
I'm not
happy
sad. I'm just I don't
It's happy
find
time.
I don't want to write political jokes.
You're
That's just
fine
my,
with that.
That's my decision.
But I'm going to make you talk about him like
Oh,
every
totally.
other week. So
That's fine. I'll talk about it all the time, but I don't. Everybody's so sick of fucking politics. It's like, why would you want to go to a show and just hear about more politics?
see, I'm with you.
You go to
And-
a show to get away from that shit.
Yeah, exactly. And like people
Hear
are
about
like, you've never. They ask me like, you've never watched House of Cards, dude. CNN has that shit on all day. Like I didn't need Netflix to give me more of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
I don't know what you're saying.
Do you
I
know
watched,
what House of Cards is?
I do. I've watched them all. I think.
Yeah, dude. It's literally
Actually,
just
I
our
don't know if
government.
I've ever finished the last season.
Well, that's fine. Like I wouldn't either because like Kevin Spacey wasn't in it.
Yeah, it got weird.
Well, I mean, I got real weird real quick.
Again,
If he ended up
art and artist.
if he committed
I get it.
suicide tomorrow, I would not be surprised with Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate because he's been around forever, and you don't really you think about it. I mean, I don't think about it.
I think about
What sucks is that now I think about it all the time.
how long he's been around and all the awful things he
No, just
probably
like
did.
everything I watch now, it's like, oh, does that dude fuck little kids? Does that dude fuck little kids? Because it's like, it's all anybody talks about. So now it's like on your mind. It's like all these people that you didn't think would be capable of something like that.
Tom Hanks.
Exactly.
Tom Hanks is caught up in that shit.
Allegedly.
Bro. Allegedly caught up in
Allegedly.
that
I'm
shit.
holding on to hope that there's nothing
dude.
to that.
No, and my child. I was talking, and I think to Dre about it. It's like, yo, if Tom Hanks is caught up in this, do you show your kid the movie Big anymore? Like, is Big not just still a classic though? The movie.
Well, I'd have to rewatch it with the current information, but I think it's fine.
No, I think it's
I
fine.
mean, unless you're one of those people that just completely boycotts everything because they did it, then I don't know. I think we've talked about this before, though. You're not just hurting that person. You're hurting everybody who is associated with the production, which
because there
sucks.
are royalties.
I get for like moving forward, but don't cancel shit that happened in the past. People are trying to still get a fucking paycheck off that shit.
Because that question always comes up, like with R. Kelly, Ignition remix. Like, I'm still grooving to that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can't stop liking something. I think we already talked about that.
No, we did, but
Okay.
no, just themes.
Right. The theme of the day.
So
The art and the artist.
I made a bet today, though. Back to the politics that you hate talking about.
Sure. No, I love talking about them. I hate joking about them.
Well,
That's what I was trying to say.
I know you hate writing jokes about them.
Exactly.
Like, we joke about it. Like, we have like banter where we're making fun of all of it. All
of them.
All of them.
Well, that's the joy of being libertarian.
I know, right?
It's like, fuck those motherfuckers.
It's like, oh yeah, they all suck. It's okay.
I'm just due for a change. I know that everybody wants to shoot that argument down and blah, 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 but
I think
there's got to be a change. There's got to be something different.
I think this is when.
I think it's time.
I think this is the time.
Jordan.
She's not going to win, but we're in the conversation finally.
But if everybody who said that they wanted to vote third party, but they won't because their vote won't count, they need to understand that there's
They're part of the problem.
millions and millions and millions of you. It'll count. Just fucking do it.
I think we got to figure out the electoral college in it all, because like I think that so everybody's complaining about the electoral college. Like, let's get rid of it. No, we don't need to get rid of the electoral college. It makes sure that
No, we need to turn it into a fucking round robin is what we need to do.
well, no, like a serious, like a little,
A primary and a
unchildish.
trimary.
What I'm
Well, the trimary would be like the
No.
top three, and then this ties into your constitution to your electoral college. I promise. Okay, so you have a primary where you have Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, or whoever the third place candidate is, whoever, and then those two, you vote those three, and then highest votes two moves on to the actual election,
yeah,
so that the electoral college remains the same.
that ties in. You're right. That's how I'm actually pretty sure that's how the government works right now.
It just needs to
We
be more
just-
accessible for a third party candidate
Yeah,
to make
the
it into the
message-
two party system.
It just no, the two party system is at the end. It's two parties
Right.
because like, and that's who gets on the final ballot.
But we don't have a primary because I just made that up.
No, libertarians have been in debates and stuff, and like
No,
part
yeah,
of
in
the
debates, but not like
you have
an
to get
actual vote.
no. If
amongst
you get like
the population.
yeah, they do that. If you get a certain amount of percentage, you
No.
get onto the ballot.
I'm talking
stuff
about
like
you
that.
have a vote in October between three people, and then you have the normal vote in November, like it normally is, for two people.
Oh, adding like
Adding an
a
election,
extra
adding a
step.
primary,
I see now.
trademark primary.
Yeah. Okay.
What time is
Okay.
it?
We're
5/19 on September.
idea
It's a Tuesday.
trademarked, taco marked,
Taco Mark?
taco marked. You've never seen the league.
Oh, Taco Mark, yes. Dude, I love that guy.
I've been rewatching that.
Jean Lajoie, if you're listening, do
Dude.
something.
Yeah,
I haven't seen you in a while. Do something.
dude. My favorite part was taco songs on that show.
Oh,
You got
yeah.
like at least one a season of a good taco song, and they even like bring it like the first episode when he does the How Your Parents Met.
right at her birthday party,
Yeah,
like when she was like 8 or something like that.
8 years ago, your dad fucked your mom.
Yeah, basically.
But no, okay, try Mary. I like that. Like let's at least give like one other candidate a shot.
Exactly.
It'll make it a little
And
more
then they'd
fair.
have to add 8 hours to every day just so they could talk about them too,
But
nonstop bashing.
that's a good idea. But the electoral college, what I was going to say is that we should make it county by county, not state by state. We should make it a little bit different. Like
I do agree. I actually wrote a paper on this.
we talked about
in
this.
college.
Yeah.
And I don't remember anything I wrote, but I do remember that thinking that something like that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think that I would give it a shot
Or it
for
would be
a
like a
year.
direct.
It can't be.
It wouldn't be an all or nothing. It would be okay. So you have, let's just say for ease, 100. I know you only have one electoral vote, but
We already have the counties all broken up too. It's just like, so instead of making that whole state red like or whole state blue like California, the smaller ones can throw their electoral colleges where they want to.
oh wait, no, you don't have just one. You have hundreds.
Well, no, LA would just have a little bit.
Okay, so let me get back to what I was
Okay,
thinking.
go.
I got caught up on thinking that everybody just had one electoral vote.
No, they
There's
have
only
it
one elector.
of a
So
state.
what I'm saying is there'd be two electors, and if you have 100 electoral votes and 59% vote this way and 43 or what, you do the fucking math. You do the math. Anyways, they're basically divided up.
Yeah.
So even if you have 4,
Divide 'em
then
by
it would just
county.
be 2 and 2. So you just then that way it would. I don't know by county. I think
Well,
that's
no,
a
that's
little
how they
too
already
extreme,
do it.
but
It's how they do it. Like during the election, you can see like counties turn blue, red, and stuff. Just let the counties give their electoral college votes, because that's
But
how
counties don't have electoral college votes.
Yes, they do.
No, the state does.
Yes, but they get it by the county. So, like, put it this way. All right, so say...
No, I understand how voting works.
Well, that county has 3 electoral college votes. Even if that county was all red,
but
it
there's
still goes
okay, so
blue.
in Idaho, I think we have like the minimum, which is what, 4?
No, Alaska does, and Hawaii, it's 2.
Okay, so 2, but how many counties are there in Alaska?
Like 3?
Okay, well in
But it's
Idaho,
always red in Alaska. Those are bad. Like, Hawaii is always blue.
okay, so
I'm talking about the
but
bigger
I'm saying that there's
states.
like 20 counties in Idaho.
Okay.
But we
20.
only have 4 votes, so how does that make sense?
So you got it. Okay, and it might not be.
I'm just saying
There might. Okay.
the
so
vote. We're saying the same thing. The votes should be split up
they already
depending on the
split
percentage.
Maybe counties not the.
Instead of divulging all of your state's electoral votes like it does now
Yeah.
with the all or nothing,
Where.
it's more of a proportional.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and it's at the elector's discretion, obviously.
But it's an all or nothing formula now. So like.
Now it is. It should be proportionate.
Yeah, and so it discourages people from voting if they think that there's no reason. And if, like, you're living around a whole bunch of people that believe the same thing as you, then, like, of course you're going to go vote. At least, you could throw, like, 3 votes. Like, think about it, like, in Texas. Like, Austin,
Yeah.
I bet you they'd love to throw their votes to the Democrats. But they can't, because it always goes all red. Or all the Alaskans that want to vote for, like, Obama.
Okay, so would this make it
or-
more fair for any particular party, or would it just make it more fair in general?
I think it would make people happier and more fair in general.
You-
Not a
You
party.
think people would get more active in politics if they
They would
knew...
want to vote more.
I think that's true.
They,
I think that's true.
like, it would feel like it counted more. Because most people that don't vote because they don't think it counts, and then they're only caught up in the federal government and not their state government, where it really does count.
Exactly, because you vote for a lot of shit that day. Okay, you're not just going to vote for the president. You're going to vote for a lot of shit that's going on locally that actually matters to you. So at least fucking go there for that.
Right? But the news, it's not all over the place. Like, what's your councilman do today? It's like, what did Nancy Pelosi do today? What did Donald Trump do today? And the little amount that actually affects your day to day.
Very little. It's like this national smoke screen. Just focus
Yeah.
on what's around you, okay?
Do shit that you
Focus
can
on
change.
where you live and vote to make that happen.
I actually think we're getting a Libertarian Party members joining our government in Spokane.
Which one's that?
Well, he's got a good chance.
We could plug him.
I'm totally spacing it right now. I feel like a
He
moron.
could get 2 extra votes.
Michael told me about him, and like it's looking good. So, like, look up Libertarian Party members, regardless of where you are, and there's some good stuff in there. But
I guess it just became a libertarian podcast.
oh well,
I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm just
sponsor.
stating a fact.
I mean, I think our sponsor would really like it. Maybe give us
Yes.
more money. Just be like, hey, Michael,
Mm,
we're totally promoting the party now.
right, twofold.
But I have one last thing though, before we get going. I want to do a dollar bet for you, Trading Spaces style,
$1 bets.
on the debate.
Okay, so
Like, pick
how am I going to
something
know if I
absurd.
win?
Well, we'll walk.
Are you just going to tell me? I'm not watching.
I'm an honest person.
I'm going to play Rocket League and eat tacos. It's Tuesday, baby.
Fuck yeah.
Tuesday, Taco Day.
Yeah. So I'll let, but I just want, like, how many times does Joe Biden stutter? $1 bet.
Oh gosh, how long is the debate?
I think it's about 2 hours.
2
It's
hours.
at least an hour.
Figure 3 stutters per answer.
No.
Six-
So
in the-
when I say
I'd say
stutter, I
between
mean
50 and
gaff.
60.
I mean like gaff.
Okay.
Like where
Now you
he
gotta
gets
describe
like
gaff.
confused and doesn't know where he is.
Oh, 7.
7.
Like actually doesn't know where he is, or just like
It's very clear that he doesn't know what's going the fuck on.
now you're gonna make me want to watch it just for that. Fuck you.
Oh no, I'm planning on going. I'm 50-50 if I'm watching, because like I just want to be entertained and like keep count of like all the ridiculous shit. My other bet with my friend is how many names Donald Trump calls Joe Biden throughout the whole debate, and it can't be the same.
I might compromise. I might put it on my phone because I'm sure I can find it on my phone somewhere, and then just like listen to that while I'm playing Xbox.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Totally.
Yeah.
We should play each other.
Well, we should play together and whoop some ass.
I want to defeat you.
We'll make matching cars.
Oh my gosh, it's llama time.
Dude.
My car's got a llama on it.
A llama?
llama.
I got that Rick and Morty.
I
got
yeah.
it. I'm going to show you my cars before you leave real quick, though. Now
Okay.
that you said that.
I have to see them right now. We
No.
gotta go.
We have to go. But, so, how many times does Joe Biden forget what is going on?
I think he'll be pretty up on it. I think he might be snorting a little Trump Adderall.
Hey, man, at least one has a prescription. That's how, those are our
They're
country's rules.
high-ranking members of our government. They can get whatever they want.
I
whenever
can
they
get
want.
a fucking Adderall prescription, and I'm just a normal human being. Don't worry,
Obviously.
it's not that hard.
Obviously.
So now I'm judging Joe Biden for not being able to even do that. But all right, how many gaffes? How many
3.
times? 3? 3 forgets, like straight forgets.
Boom.
All right, I'm going 5.
Okay.
4's a tie.
Okay.
Under, you win. Over, I win.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for coming. I missed you yesterday.
Missed you.
I was going to try and move it. Fuck.
He's bad and slow at stuff.
But, guys, we're going to start a new thing. We got 10 minutes coming up here on our Patreon.
A little Patreon stuff.
Check it out. We're going to talk about Japan's Gundam. And as always,
Check that out.
dude, that's going to be fun to talk about. But go to North Spokane Apothecary. Use that spread
James learned how to
Eagle.
talk. 20% off.
And
CBD. Actually, that little dropper you gave me earlier, I think is...
dude, it's
like,
good.
I don't. Yeah.
I actually give it to all the guests now. And they're just
Okay.
like, this is some good ass shit.
Well, it doesn't taste very good, I'll be
Oh,
honest.
no, it doesn't at all. That's why I gave you the beer.
Very oily. Oh, my cider.
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
Yummy. But, yeah, dude, it's really good. They'll ship it anywhere in the U.S. It's totally legal.
Anywhere in the U.S.
It's totally CBD, and there's also a lot of different products for what you need. Like, I'm asking Michael for a sample of that inspiration.
And is it just northspokaneapothecary.com?
Yep. And then you use that
It's
promo
so
code.
easy. That promo code that's Spread Eagle?
And it's 20% off.
And it's all one word?
Yep. That one.
All right. Check it out.
We'll see you guys
Have
next time.
a great week. Like he said, we'll see you next time. Bye.